Namaste, I'm Annie. Today's yin class is about opening our heart to offer and receive love. So, in our day to day life, we're trained to protect ourselves. In yoga philosophy, there are 7 chakras along the body. The lower 3, root, sacral, and as well the solar plexus, are what most people live in this world. They kind of resonates with food, sex, and media. However, to reach our higher 3 chakras, the throat, third eye, and crown, we need to go through our heart. So I'm dedicating this class to you so that hopefully through the yin poses, you can open your heart so you can see the infinite potential that is already within you to love and also receive the love that you deserve as being a human. So let's get started. Sitting on your mat and placing the center of your palms to your knees. The center of our palms is pericardium 8. This point protects our heart and steady our spirit. Now let's direct our attention and intention to the right side of our heart, size of a thumb, our spiritual heart. Visualize this color green radiating through the center of your chest, out into the world. We'll start by chanting this one healing sound. It sounds like this. Why you? This sound helps you to invigorate your chest and helps you to open your heart as well. So close your eyes and direct your intention attention to the general chest region. Take a breath in. And slowly, let's open our eyes. Namaste. Let's come to your back. And if you have a block, best to have a block. And we're going to put it under our heart. So I like to put it below the shoulder blades. That really helps me to open our heart. And then you can adjust the block slightly higher or lower along the back. And then I invite you to reach your arms to the sides if you're floating in water in the big wide ocean. And just let yourself kind of settle into this waterfall with the heart opening. In Yin Yoga, after your body starts to open up, we can sink deeper into the pose. And you always have the choice to move out of the pose if you feel you might get injured. Letting go of whatever that is on your mind still. And fully come to the present. Feeling the rising and falling of your chest with every breath that you take. You have nothing to do, nowhere to go, and nobody to be. Now gracefully, just slide the block out from underneath. You can draw the knees to your chest. Just give your back a little massage. And you have a choice to rest either back onto your back, or you can also roll to either side of the body and then come rest in the fetal position. As long as you feel the pose that you choose is the least amount of resistance. Now let's gradually keep rolling all the way up so that you're coming into seated position. Now I'm gonna offer you a couple variations for Onhatasanam. You can start by putting 2 blocks underneath your forearms. If you don't have 2 blocks, you can also do it without, and I'll show you the other variation. Come onto your hands and knees. So before we dive in, let's tuck our toes, place our hands under the shoulders, and we'll do a few cat and cows. And gently just bringing your chest towards the floor and look up, reach up, maybe even look up into the sky, the yang energy, and then push into the floor, the yin energy, protracting your shoulders. Look towards your belly button. Let's do a few more around, looking up, opening your heart space, and then protracting your shoulders, looking down towards your belly button. Now let's bring our hands in front of your blocks, and you can also start dialing your knees slightly back, placing your forearms onto the block, head on the floor. Now for some people, this is the variation that they really enjoy, but you can also put the blocks away and then do a bit more of a traditional Onhatasana, melting your heart towards the floor. Your hips do not have to be over the knees. They can be slightly in front or even behind. As long as we're feeling along the back of the arms, a bit into the chest, and as well as in the lower back. So go right ahead. Coming into your Onhatasana variation. As we bow forward into this pose, imagine surrendering to anything that life has thrown into your way. Maybe certain challenges, stay into the pose, drawing all the sensations between your eyebrows. Time isn't precious at all because it is an illusion. What you perceive as precious is not time, but the one point that is out of time. That is the now, and that is precious indeed. The more you focus on time, either past or future, the more you miss the now, the most precious things there is. By Eckhart Tolle. And here, I invite you to recall moments in your life where you completely transcended time and absorb in the moment. Maybe you shared it with your loved ones, or maybe you're exhilarated in your passion in your work, or perhaps you're simply absorbed in nature. Whatever it is, bring yourself back in that moment. And that is that precious moment that we're all feel when we're into the moment of now. Now slowly just walk your way into child's pose. And I suggest placing your arms beside you. But if that's not comfortable for you, you can reach your arms forward. And gradually, let's come onto your knees. Before we move into the next pose, slowly bring your hands behind you. And then let's externally rotate your shoulders, your arms, and push your pelvis up into a small camel. If your head is okay, you can look behind you. Opening your heart. And slowly sitting back down. And let's just take a moment here before we move into another pose, sitting tall, palms facing up. Feeling the energy, the chi draining back down towards your heart and body. The palms facing out, signifying you're ready to receive and offer love in the world. And we are spiritual beings having a human experience and coming back into understanding our divinity. We possess infinite compassion and love in the world. And slowly opening your eyes. Let's come onto your back. Bending into your knees and shift your hips to the right hand side. Cross your right leg over the left and then gently bringing your knees over to the left side, opening your arms to the side. Now it's absolutely okay if your shoulders come off the ground slightly, but if it's giving you discomfort, then I suggest placing a block underneath your knees. Reclining twist helps you opening our spinal muscles as well as the exterior lateral side of the legs. And energetically, it helps us to massage the pericardium channel and releasing any sort of frustration in the liver under the right rib. So in Indian philosophy, there is a figure called Hanuman. And Hanuman is a devotee of Ram. And Ram in here signifies the creator of the world, the sustainer of the world. So he's like the All Almighty. One time someone gave Hanuman a bracelet, and Hanuman just right away started chewing it, banging it on the floor, on the rocks. And people thought he was crazy, and they asked him, "Why are you doing that, Hanuman?" And Hanuman said, "Well, the bracelet doesn't have Ram's name on it. It's useless to me." And then people around him were a little bit confused and said to him, "Well, Hanuman, you don't have Ram's name on you. You must be useless too." And right there and then, Hanuman opens his chest, tore open his heart, and inside is infinite writings of Ram and Ram and Ram. So it's a bit of glorified story, but in the end, the moral of it is that inside us, we have the potential of devotion. So Ram in here can be whatever you value: the universe, honesty, truth, compassion. And to cultivate love, you must possess infinite messages in your heart. They are always there with you, remembering compassion in challenging times and loving all beings. Gently, let's bring your legs back into center. Unraveling your legs softly, gently, without disturbing your mind. Just take a moment here. You can keep your knees bent or extended. And now let's shift your hips to the left hand side. Cross your left leg over the right, and then gently bring your knees over. So again, if your shoulders slightly lifted off, it's okay. But you're feeling too much tension, then I suggest putting a block underneath your knees. Always remember to keep your head facing the sky in yin, in twist. As we're here for several minutes, you don't want to turn your head and risk compressing your arteries on the side of your neck. And let's gradually bring your legs back into center. And give your spine a small little relief. You can sway your knees side by side. We're going to prepare for final Shavasana. So in final Shavasana, extending your legs out, having your palms open, keeping your legs relaxed, rotating your shoulders down. And here I share with you a poem by Aaron Hansen called Not. You are not your age, nor the size of clothes you wear, or the color of your hair. You're not your name. You are all the books you've read and all the words you speak. You are your croaky morning voice and the smile you try to hide. You're the sweetness in your laughter and every tear you've cried. You're the places that you've been to and the one that you call home. You're the things that you believe in and the people that you met. You're the photos in your bedroom and the future you dream of. You are made of so much beauty, but it seems that you have forgotten when you decided that you were defined by all the things you're not. I invite you to visualize yourself without any identities in history or stories of who you think you are. Who you are is defined by the divinity within you, the love, infinite love you possess. And gradually start to deepen your breath. Let's move your fingers and toes. You can also reach your arms up and stretch if you feel like it. And roll to one side into a fetal position. Move slowly without disturbing the inner peace. And gradually push yourself all the way out into a tall seated position. So once again, coming back into your tall seat. The journey of yin can sometimes take us to infinite inner world where we have realizations. And the challenge often is not in the poses, but recalling what we've learned when we're in the world. So I hope you always come back to this class, this practice, whenever you feel the need to tap back in to who you really are. Let's close with an Om, placing your hands into your heart center. Take a deep breath in. The heart and light within me bows to the heart and light within you. Namaste.